Hi, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving to you guys. It is I, Kathleen, your conscious coach. Thank you so much for joining me on Thanksgiving Day. It's been a minute, but I have a new little pathway I'm carving out in my life, so can't commit as much time as I would like to. However, thank you and welcome. This is Turkey Day for all of us. If not anything else, it was a day off work, right? And so we all hopefully enjoyed our families. I know I did. I didn't have company over, but I did have company over. I had two people over. I was expecting three. And guys, I was a nervous wreck the whole time. I was like, "Did you just cough? Do you have COVID? Do you need like I was stressed out." So anywho, tonight, I know you guys have already seen the setup. We're going to be talking about Dave Chappelle, Meg the Stallion with his body, Jennifer Lopez with that body, and we're also going to be talking about the religious genocide that is being committed in the Black church. As we see all these white and evangelicals, I call them the angels from Africa. I call them the angels from Africa. I said all this time I've been in church, never knew I could call them angels from Africa. Well, you're learning something new every day, right? All right, let's get into it because I don't want to waste your Thanksgiving time. You're with family, I hope, and friends. Hope you guys are staying safe in these COVID streets. I always remind you to wash your hands, take care of yourself, wear your mask, follow the CDC guidelines, period. I'm not the CDC. I just want us to take care of ourselves and try to make it through this pandemic. So, not like any of us have any pandemic experience. So, we just try to do the best that we can and follow the CDC guidelines. So, let's get into this. First of all, I am Kathleen, your conscious coach. Thank you for joining me. I am the author of four books you can all find in the Legacy Book Collection. I'm a wife, I'm a mom, although all my kids are grown now. I'm a wife, I'm a mom, I'm chosen, I'm an educator, literally, an author, speaker, and writer. And I host this show, which soon I'm going to start inviting guests and having guests on the show, but for right now, it's just me. I am extremely cold in this house, so I do have on a little jacket here. But I wanted you guys to see my T-shirt, so let me kind of stand up here so you guys can see my T-shirt. I see Blacks Living Better, BLB. If you want one of these t-shirts, let me know. This is a foil print. Please don't steal this because you will get sued. Anyway, I see Blacks Living Better. I love this. I have it in gold and in silver. So I need to put it in my store. Anywho, thanks for joining me, guys. Let's get the show on the road. First thing we're going to talk about, let me see what order I want to go in. So, first thing I want to talk about is I'm going to get the church stuff out the way. I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but this I think this is an important piece for us to get in 2019, in 2020, so we don't carry this over to 2021. And people don't believe it, but religious genocide is like a real thing. Like you can believe in something to a fault, to the point where it's more damaging than it is actually good. And that's the space that I'm kind of in. Put a type hello in the chat just in case you want to make a comment or something like that. You'll be able to, and I'll be able to see it on my side. So, hello. Looks like I'm good on Periscope, YouTube. Come on, Facebook and Facebook. So if you make a comment or something like that, I'll see it on my side, and then I'll make a comment back. I'm gonna try to check it. I have to just remind myself to check it. As you know, I'm a one woman show. So let's get this crack a lacking. I don't know if you saw the video of evangelist Paula White. I've been knowing her for years, just in terms of the circle, right? Because I'm an evangelist. I'm a woman of God and all that good stuff, and I that's who I am, and I value that. And I didn't meet Paula White, but she first came um, on the scene years ago. I'm talking 2001, maybe 2002. I don't know. It's been a long, long time. It was before I moved to St. Louis again for the next time, for the last time. Um, when did I move to St. Louis? 2006. So it was before 2006, and this is 2020. So Paula White has been out there for a long time. She used to do what I call the Chitlin Circle of the gospel, gyms, small churches, the Southern crowd, you know, the Pentecostal back offices. I don't know what else to say, but I was invited. She came to an area close to where I was at the time, which was I was actually in a little small town called Earl, Arkansas. I don't know if she came to Memphis or Little Rock, or she could have came to Jonesboro. So it was either Jonesboro, Memphis, or Little Rock. And like I said, this was way, way back in the day. I'm talking before 2004, I believe. I think it was 2002. Like, I think it was a really long time ago. But anyway, she came. I had saw her on like TV or something like that. I forgot. I was like, negative, will not be attending. This just me now. I'm like, negative. I don't like those people who try to trick people out of money. Who would that be like? You got $40. God told me it's 100 people with $40. I heard God saying it's 100 people with $40. You 100 people, come on down. God got something special for you. Look, I'm out. On that note, I'm out. So she was one of those. She struck me as one of those. Plus, I'm just gonna be real and keep it 100 with y'all. I don't like female evangelists who don't put clothes on. I don't. I can't even hear you because you're naked. Like, if your dress is so tight and you got on see-through clothes, I'm out. Because I'm not saying you got to live up to Kathleen standards. I'm just in or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that's how I roll. I cannot take you seriously because you don't have no control over this. You ain't got no control over this. That means you can kind of be manipulated. That's my opinion. And so I couldn't. I'm old school too when it comes to Pentecostal, on the Pentecostal side too, and I had my own experience. So I just don't get down like that. Even if I'm before the people, it's a certain way I have to look. It can't be nothing see through, seductive, chest out, none of that. I can't do none of that and stand in front of people that God placed me in front of to give a message to. Like, I can't. Like, I just can't do it. But hey, you'll see it. Guess what? Even in these videos you're about to watch, you still gonna see she got her shoulder out on one side, and the next video where she talking to people like she on the streets in the ghetto somewhere, she got on a see-through top. I just mean, it tells me something about you that I can't, I don't want to be in communication with. I just stay away. All right, but anyway, here she go. I'll let you guys watch the video, and we'll talk a little bit more about this religious genocide that we practice, beholding to white.
For angels have even been dispatched from Africa right now. Africa right now. Africa right now. From Africa right now. They're coming here. They're coming here. In the name of Jesus, from South America. They're coming here. They're coming here. They're coming here. They're coming here. From Africa. From South America. Angelic forces. Angelic reinforcement. Angelic reinforcement. Angelic reinforcement. Pika hata anda ata. Ora bata rata anda eke eke manda rasata. For I hear the sound of victory. 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 I'll be bold enough to say how to call me. Don't be a coward and put something. You have my number. I've got over 6,000 people that got my phone number. You've got my number, all right? You know exactly. I'll be bold enough to say how to call me. Don't be a coward and put something out on the internet when you have my number. Call me. Call me. Because we'll sit up here and I'll have you come here and we'll talk about it. We'll sit here. Don't have me call some things out. You call. Okay, I expect the world to. You guys go ahead. You have my number.
we have the responsibility to be responsible for ourselves and for our culture and for what we allow to be taught to us as African American people. Like, there's a duty to that, right? It's just not what you think or what you feel or what you experience. Let me see if I can get my ring light on because I'm looking grainy. But it's more so, what do we want our people as a nation of people? What is the message that we want to send? Okay, Crown, come through, Crown. What is the message that we want to send? Because that's important. What's the message that we want to translate to our own people? You can't just let these people tell you who you are. You can't just let these people basically ignore who you are. You can't just let these people tell you how to exist on the earth. You understand what I'm saying? But however, black people have fell into that category where we are listening to people who are not here to benefit us. I don't know why you think these people are here to benefit you. These people are not here to benefit you. And it's sad that we've fallen into, and I know we didn't know any better, right? Because as black people, we are just coming on the scene in terms of having our own experiences, right, and having our own identity. And actually, we're just now coming on the scenes in terms of, I'm sorry, I changed some stuff over here. We're just now coming on the scene in terms of having our own idea and opinion about who we are. We've been denied that. So there's nothing going on right now that we've actually created, okay, to benefit us. There's nothing going on right now that we've actually created to benefit us. I feel very comfortable saying that. Like, we haven't created a religion. We haven't created a real existence as a race of people in America. We have not created that yet. I mean, and I think this is just a good time. It's a good time, y'all. 2020 is showing out. 2020 is doing us so much justice. 2020 is basically telling all the lies out loud about everything, about religion, about racist America, about job security, about blacks having an opportunity to have their own business. 2020 is telling the whole truth about marriage, about how we feel about ourselves, about how we've been used as black people, been used, been played. 2020 is telling all of that. It's telling the story of how we've been taken advantage of. All we have to do is tap into the information because the information is clearly there. It's clearly there, but we have to be willing to tap into the information. See, one thing about God, He's real and He don't need no opportunity. You understand? The truth is always there, but you have to be willing to listen to it, to understand it, and to fight for it. That's just what it is. So here you have these evangelists like Paula White and Joel Osteen. Okay, all of them white, and I don't care if they got a little blacks in the mix, because they gonna have some of those because they always looking for this right here. They always looking for the wallet. They want some change. They want some coinage. They want a credit card. They want a Rolls Royce. They want a Lamborghini, whatever they want. So you're gonna have black people who join the caravan because they want the wallet. That's just all it is to it. That's how real it is. And so you have these evangelists. It's funny. I haven't heard any real evangelist that I know from back in my day that was like they was just the product of the gospel. I haven't heard the voice of equal, of fairness, of defeating racism. That's what I thought that's how I thought the church was gonna come. I thought the church was like, oh snap, here they go with this racism stuff. Let me speak up and say what thus said the Lord. God said all of his people are equal and blah blah. No, we ain't heard a word. We ain't, it's gunshot shot quietness out there. It's not happening. And so when it comes to religious, it's almost like we are committing religious genocide. Like we can't think for ourselves. Like we can't understand, what these people are doing and why. It's like we can't think for ourselves. And so we have this religious genocide. Oh no, don't talk about racism. Oh no, don't talk about what the church should be doing. No, let's just keep playing it like, you know, God said we should all, get over this and get along, so to speak. Um, and another person, Larry Reed Live. If you don't know who Larry Reed Live is, let me show you who he is. Larry Reed Live has his own platform. You can't even see his head. What? Y'all can't see his head, but you see his name. Why can't you see his head? Hold on a second. I think it's the way I got my screen set up. Let's see if this is better. Nope, it's not better. Let me try this one. Nope, still didn't get it. I don't know what's wrong, guys. I don't know what's wrong. Dude, still ain't got no head. Okay. So Larry Reed Live, he did a video and talked about how basically we got to get off the farm. We've got to get off this religious farm because it's not serving us. I'll show you that clip now. This is Larry.
Coronavirus, you have been a prophet to us and have revealed a truth that has existed for a long time and we did not know. The church, and I'm not saying everybody at the church, but the church, I'm not talking about every preacher and prophet, has been fake a long time. And we just waking up. These folk is liars. Whole liars. Fake. Ain't nothing to them. I don't care what their gift is and how much they operate in their gift. When the rubber meets the road, you can't trust them because they lie. One minute they're telling the truth and prophesying and saying what the Lord's saying. Then the next moment they're prophesying of their own heart, assuming their bias and putting the Lord and scriptures to it. I ain't got time to sit there and be listening to no kind of preaching or teaching or spend up my.
Okay, so that was Larry Reed Live. And he was just talking about, like, you got to go watch the whole show, go to his page, go to Larry Reed Live and watch everything he had to say. And then he put up some more videos as well. But the point of the matter is, y'all, you got to realize that these people are not for you. That's what you have to realize. You have to realize there's a system of racism, right? It's certain verbiage you say, certain things you avoid. It's certain things. Put it like this. I tell people all the time, we pray for things they inherit. Just think about that. You're literally in line getting prayer for things that they naturally inherit. Does that sound spiritual to you at all? So you got to think about things like that. When you hear a white evangelist or an evangelist who does not have the guts, the heart, I ain't gonna even say the guts. When you hear an evangelist who doesn't have the heart to have a discussion about racism and the impact of racism, you're not hearing anybody speak from God. You're not hearing anybody that has God's heart. You're not listening to anybody who cares about you as a person. They might care about their church. They might care about the business of the church, but they don't care about you. And that's the part where we continue to commit religious genocide. Because people that don't even speak for us, they don't even speak to us. They don't even meet our need at the basic level of need. That's one thing I realized when I was in church. When they said, "Oh, are you gonna feed the homeless? You gonna clothe the naked? You gonna actually go to the house and visit the fatherless? Are you gonna get out here in the streets where the people on drugs and they need help and knock on doors and evangelize?" Well, all of that, when you don't want to do those things right there, when you don't want to actually fill the gap, you just want to dance around the gap. That's religious genocide. You're literally watching people die, and you're okay with that? Like, this moment right here is so crucial to moving Black people forward. If you were truly an evangelist, this would be your moment to shine, because you would be solely focused on closing the wealth gap, until you would be preaching it from the housetop about how God is fair and equal, and how he's just and he reigns on the just as well as the unjust, and how he wants all of us to have wealth, because he said, I died in poverty so that you may obtain wealth. I mean, these are real scriptures. These are real things. But it's crickets. You don't hear anything. So I want us to be just careful and mindful of religious genocide. And guess what? Not only, the white evangelists, but there are a lot of Black people who are connected to people who don't benefit us. The message don't benefit us. There's no benefit. And I'm going to say this, and it's going to sound strange to some of y'all deep, especially if you're from the South. There's no benefit to talking about our struggles in church and calling them testimonies. I'm going to say that again. There's no benefit to talking about our struggles in church and calling them testimonies. My son in jail, but God sent an angel. We'll talk about everything. I'm trying to get a house, and I just believe God, he gonna bless me with a house. I'm trying to get a car. I believe God, he gonna bless me with a car. You think God gonna bless you with a car? Yes, I do. Raise your hands. Lift your hand. Okay, let's have a class in church. Let me teach you how to build good credit. Let me teach you how to go to school and earn a degree where you can earn $25, $32 an hour, $100 an hour, $275 an hour. Yeah, those are careers that anybody can go to school and learn a skill set so that they can earn money, so that they can buy things. But no, instead, religious genocide always wants to take over. So it always wants us coming to God, begging and crying and pleading, but it don't want us to walk like God. You understand? God rule and reigns in the earth. Want us to sound like, but don't want us to walk like. So just be careful of all this religious genocide out here. When I hear preachers saying, pray, 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 believe, 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 but they're not giving you any knowledge, they're not directing you to skills. Kathleen is out. Now, this guy right here, his name is Keenan Bridges. You can see the top of his head right here. That's him in the blue top there. I don't know what's going on with my pictures. They're just showing weird tonight. This is another shot of him. Keenan Bridges. That's his smiling face right there. This dude works in partnership with Joni Lamb on the Joni Lamb show. He's on Daystar. He's always featured on there. I watched him one time, and I'm telling you the truth. My soul that loves Jesus was so aggravated at the lies that was coming out of his mouth. I mean, this man was talking about he had a dream about Trump, and Trump was going to win the election, and oh my God. Hold on, I just want to type this in there. This man, the things he said about Black people, though, oh, that's the thing that really, really got me. The things that he was saying about Black people, the things that he was, not that. The things that he was saying about Black people, ooh, the things that he was saying, y'all. Oh my God, the way he painted black people, the way he tried to paint himself, like, I don't view myself. No one see, we looking through one glass, but God gave us new glasses. So I don't, if I look through the lens that God gave me, God doesn't paint me as a slave. God doesn't paint me as a this and as a that. So no matter how people treat me, I'm above that. Joni Lamb and her husband just over there. Oh yeah, that's it right there. Baby, how you treat people matters to God. How you look at people matters to God. How I respond matters to God. But how you treat me, view me, matters to God. So why aren't you talking about that other piece where you are rebuking and correcting people who don't have an issue treating me a certain way? So Keenan Bridges, all these people have these anyway. So why aren't you talking about that, Joni Lamb? That's the thing that you should be talking about. Why are white people racist? That's a good start, Joni Lamb. You and your husband. That's a good start. Why are you trying to talk to a black man who is basically ignoring the conversation of racism? He doesn't have anything to say in terms of how to fix the racist church, because that's what the church is, by and large, a racist edifice. So why aren't you coming with that type of conversation? You know why? Because take these off because they're annoying me. We are so used to racist genocide. We're used to religious genocide. We don't care. With the pain, oh, if you're talking about pain and suffering, oh, the pain and the suffering, black people right in it. He suffered with us so we might suffer with him so that we might reign with him. Y'all, we've been suffering out the gate. So it's time for us to take a look at us. That's what it all boils down to, because this religious genocide, as it continues, as it grows, if we don't unlearn the master's messages, keep in mind, I throw this at you too. The King James Version, King James was a slave owner, and he rewrote the Bible during the height of the slave trade. So half the stuff you see in the Bible regarding slavery and beating your kids and all that old crazy stuff, that stuff came from a slave master. Where do you think it came from? God? Look, I'm just gonna keep it real. If it did come from God, I wouldn't practice it. I'm not gonna practice it. I refuse to practice that because my children are intelligent. They can learn. They have this gray matter in their head that gives them the capability of learning. What we skip is the scripture where it says, write it on the doorpost, write it on their forehead, teach it to them every day, leave signs, let them know this is the way we came and the Lord blessed us and blah, blah, blah. No, we don't want to do that, but we love to do this right here. This is what we love. This is what we love right here. You know why? Because we are used to religious genocide. We are so used to beating our kids. We are so used to doing everything the racist master told us. We are so addicted to pain. Black people are so addicted to pain. If it's not a pain story, black people bored with it. It's got to be painful, agonizing, suffering, and then you get their attention. Oh, I beat my kids. I do this, I do that. Oh, I read a book to my kids. Read a book? Oh, me and my children and my family, we're going through a workshop. You, your husband, and children are doing a family workshop. Me and my husband, we're going to a marriage retreat. A marriage retreat? Oh, we don't understand that. But talk about beating your child and calling him a black so and so. And do you know what these acronyms stand for? Writing out them doggone alphabets, acting like that's something to be proud of. We run to stuff like this. We got plenty of conversation, and I understand it's part of our history, but it's not a part of your heritage, sweetheart. That's a big difference. It's a part of your history, but not a part of your heritage. And in order for us to break away from religious genocide, we got to throw it all away. But we don't want to throw it all away because that's how I grew up, and that's what my mom and them did, and that's how we was raised. Baby, it's religious. genocide, and you really need to throw all of it away. Don't even save the bath water. Throw all of it out. You understand? Let it all go down the drain. Let it all disseminate. Let it all go. That's what you got to do. So you got to look at not only the white people, the white evangelists, and all this, but you got to look at the black folks that work right alongside them and will just drag you down that hell road along with them. Like this dude I just showed you. Wish I had a better picture. But anyway, you have to basically break the acceptance, okay, of all of these attachments that they've attached to us because of our American history. We have an American history that has made us subject to racism, subject to slavery, and even now subject to systemic racism. That's where we come from. That's where we are evolving from. And so, along with that, we have to think about how do we break and dismantle all of this garbage that has attached itself to us. Even now, our addictions to our bodies, I find it ironic that when they captured us as slaves, they used our bodies, right? They had bed warmers, right? They raped us, right? Molested us, raped us, just cut our males' penises off, cut off our males what do you call them, gonads, scrotums. They used us sexually in every way they could and committed homosexual acts against our men. They did all kinds of stuff, put our bodies on display, walked black women down the street, made circus presentations out of black women. They did that to us, humiliated us, emasculated our men, traded our honor and dignity and heritage in for sex and for images. And they exploited us. And I find it so crazy that right now, the number one trending thing with black people and minorities is our bodies. So I'm going to talk about that a little bit. Why are we, the minorities, why are we addicted? Let me type this little heading right here. Why are we obsessed with bodies? And then they call them bodies, like that body. sex, sex appeal. It's something in the air. I'm like, can we get over this already? Like, we addicted. Let me show you something. If I can show it to you. Meg the Stallion just recently came out with a video. The video just says body yaddy body yaddy body yaddy body 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 body. I mean, this young lady is all about sex and her body, and we already know Cardi B is out there. Um, Mulatto. I mean, it's so many female rappers out there right now, and everybody's naked. Everybody's naked. Everybody's got big booties and little waists, and they plastic surgery themselves to death. Which hey, I could stand a nip and tuck myself. But what's this obsession with bodies, and where does this leave us? Remember a minute ago I was talking to you guys about religious genocide. What about race genocide, guys? What about images of ourselves? What about all of this? We both so focused on our bodies. It's like we're obsessed or something. Let me show you this clip. Let me show you. See if I can pick it up. Oh, I know it's in here somewhere. I know it's in here somewhere. Hold on. Oh, here it is. Now, hopefully this works this time. It should work. Okay, hold on. Yay! I got it to work. Okay. All right, so, ooh, this is even better, honey. Okay, let me show y'all this video right quick.
Real hot girl shit.
Ugh.
And if the beat live, you know Lil Juke made it. Body yaddy 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 yaddy. Body yaddy 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 yaddy. Body crazy curvy wavy big titties little waist. Body crazy curvy wavy big titties little waist. Body yaddy
right now. Okay, look at this. It's like we addicted. Ugh. So everybody doing this dance right now. Everybody. So look.
Body yaddy 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 yaddy. Body crazy curvy wavy big titties little waist. Body crazy curvy wavy big titties little waist. Body yaddy 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 yaddy.
Oh, y'all gonna hear them lyrics because I'm the conscious coach. I want you to be conscious. If you don't hear these lyrics,
body yaddy 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 yaddy. Body yaddy 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 yaddy. Body crazy curvy wavy big titties little waist. Body crazy curvy wavy big titties little waist. Body yaddy 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 yaddy. I'm a hot ebony.
The lyrics say it. I didn't say it. The lyrics say we are body crazy, just lost our minds. Everybody want to be fine. Everybody is obsessed. We are obsessed with being sexy and fine and small waisted. We obsessed with that. We ain't teaching our kids nothing. We're not teaching our kids the difference between adult entertainment and what's appropriate for kids. People had their own daughters dancing to WAP. People have their own daughters. Watch and see. People gonna have their own daughters dancing to body yaddy yaddy. And this woman singing in her song that you are crazy about bodies. Crazy about the small waist. Crazy about the big titties. That's the lyrics of the song. And watch, somebody gonna have their daughter up dancing. We fall for it every time. It's no good for us, but we fall for it every time. Just hook, line, and sinker, just like a fish. Just that's how easy we go. Anywho, then turn around after all of that, J-Lo posted this. This woman posted this. I gotta take it down. The crack of her tail is showing. J-Lo is 50 years old. J-Lo got more money than J-Lo got a lot of money. I can't say more than who. I don't know her bank account. J-Lo got stacks of money. Stacks. J-Lo has. They said she had surgery. Some people say she haven't. I don't know. If you look at some of her old videos, it don't look like she had that much badonkadonk. But personally, I ain't checked her out that much to that level. But all I'm saying is that this woman is a star. She's got money. Long money, old money. What was the point in her getting naked? The crack of your tail, J-Lo. I get it. Like, man, the earth, women today are starving for attention. Like they are. I don't know what it is. Not all women. Don't trip. Not all women, because some of y'all just like me. You looking at this stuff like, oh my God, what's wrong with people? But people are so obsessed with their bodies these days. I just heard somebody just told me, and of course I see it every day. I read stories, all that kind of stuff. I see it on social media. But somebody just told me about a young lady who had surgery and is suffering behind that surgery. Now, I watch TV, and all that good stuff. I know people go get surgery done and all of that to get their stomach, their breast, the butt, all the back fat removed, all that stuff. But there's a level of obsession these days where even little girls are little girls. I'm talking little. I'm talking 6, 7. They already worried about their body image. They're already worried about I don't have a big booty. They already worried about their image. And guys, guess what? Get it for real. Even the finest women on the planet can't keep a man. This stuff is not your blessing. You understand? This stuff is not your blessing. There are things you can go to school for and make good money. There are skills you can have and you can make good money. There businesses you can start. It's all kinds of stuff out here. You ain't got to be like Sukahana Goat. That girl was up there on that stage flopping around like a fish naked with a thong up her tail. If you all aren't embarrassed as African American, if you're watching this and you're not African American, but you're a woman, if you're a black man, if this stuff is not embarrassing you, if it's not making you at least have a conversation and say, something about all this ain't right. Like, it's too much nakedness out here. And the songs, oh my God. Oh my God. You think that song right there, Crazy About My Body? Oh my God. I dare you, if especially if you're a parent. If you're a parent right now, I double coupon dare you to literally go to YouTube and literally look up the songs and make sure you add the word lyrics. Even the song Lil Nas just did. He started off the song with I got O's. That's how he started the song off. I got O's all around me. Then in the song, he says that he's a bottom. You know what a bottom is? While he's singing that song, let me look up the song he got right now. Let me look up the song he got right now. The song is called, what? Let me look it up because it's going to give me the song. Lil Nas Holiday. That's what it is. Good graphic designer. I don't know who does his videos, but their videos be banging. Um, Hold on a second. I'm finna show it to you because this dude on the song said he a bottom. You know what a bottom is? That's homosexual. Means he take it. Okay, you got your sons and daughter listening to it and dancing, and he telling them he a bottom. But this ain't no far stretch because remember his other song, and his other song he said that he drank lean, he got lean in his bladder, and that he disrespect his girlfriend. Baby, ain't nothing new. These people out here in these streets is clowning. If you don't pay attention as an African American person and you're not teaching your children, this is sick and sad. For real. Hold on. Ooh, I love using my new feature. This is so cool. I can't even. I learned. Ooh, hold up. Y'all missed it. He said I'm a bottom on the low, but I talk. Y'all gonna get these lyrics tonight. Here you go. I'm a bottom on the low. Okay, y'all don't want to pay attention to these long songs and these lyrics, and then you wonder why your kids can't stay focused in school. You wondering why they doing nasty videos. And let me tell you something. I can't even say that because it'll just put my whole situation on whatever. But I'm gonna tell you something. Trust me. When I say these little kids is making videos and putting them on YouTube and Snapchat and doing stuff live they ain't got no business doing. I don't even know how parents are doing it. Salute to all parents out there. I don't know how y'all. I don't know how y'all doing it. This world is a whole new world. Now, back in my day, they had songs, right? But they didn't have obvious songs. And of course, back then, people weren't coming on TV nude until we got to what's his name? Come on, baby. Luke Skywalker and all them people. But they had girls in bikinis around the swimming pool, stuff like that. These folks now, whew, and then they don't write subliminal songs, right? No song is subliminal. No, stick the D in my mouth, touch the back of my throat. Oh, y'all don't know this, the songs that's out there. Y'all don't know that. Y'all don't know this what y'all babies listening to. These female rappers. Oh my God. Y'all don't know about this? Yeah. Come on now. You guys to know about that. These female rappers out here is telling your daughter to do it in the backseat of the car. Make sure he give you some paper, right? Make sure he give you some money, right? Because that's what it's all about. Make sure he give you a Birkin bag, okay? Oh, y'all know about that Birkin bag that they were just talking about just last week. The Birkin bag was the topic of the year. Everybody need a Birkin bag. So why am I telling you this? I know you like, I ain't never heard an evangelist, a woman of God, or a black woman speak on these things. This is something terrible. This is something I never heard before. But guess what? But guess what? That's just what it is. It's the facts. And why am I saying this? Because I'm a conscious coach. I want you to be conscious. Elevate your conscious mind. Really think about what's going into the ear of your baby, of your children, and even you. Because after a while, we all become subjugated or subject to the things that we hear in our ear, and we're going to respond to them. That's human nature. You're going to respond, and you don't even sometimes realize that you are responding, but it's dumbing you down. It's desensitizing you. It's making things acceptable that no under normal circumstances these things wouldn't be acceptable. But the more we hear, put the D in your mouth, make sure it tickle the back of your throat. The more we hear, shake your body, do this, do that, and tell him to buy you a Birkin bag. The more we hear these messages and see these images, it dumbs us down as a race. It takes away our level of intelligence. It takes away your ability to have forethought and vision and to plan for your life, because you're thinking this is the way to it. This is the way to the bag. This is the way to live our life. And it's raggedy and it's pathetic and it's unintelligent and it's degrading. But you know, who am I? Right? Who am I to just, who am I to be out here like this trying to give y'all some messages of hope, restoration, and an opportunity for a reset? Who am I? I'm the conscious coach. That's what I do. It's so important for us to get our place back. You understand? It's important for us to get our place back by any means necessary. That's why we have to understand religious genocide. That's why we have to understand why these images cannot continue to be shared in our community. That's why we have to understand the repercussions of what we listen to and what we sound like and how we appear to our children. Because if it's acceptable to you and you're the leader of your home, what message does that give to your child, to your seed? And that's the part we keep missing, because as soon as you normalize it, then that's a barrier for your child. The more we normalize it, the more barriers we give our children. The way we normalize shooting and drugs and drinking and partying and not being responsible, we put barriers in front of our children. Because guess what? Not only are they black and not only are they our children, but they got to go out into society. They got to go to school where people stand in front of them and talk about the race. And they don't have no defense because they hear you listening to it. They see you watching it. They see you praising it. They see you okay with it. They see you normalize it, and you're the leader of your home. So they don't have no defense. I don't care if they're going to elementary school, preschool, college, if they're on the job. If you've normalized this insanity in your house, your child doesn't even have a backdrop to defend themselves when somebody give them a mental message about who they are. And that's why they're able to continue to control us as a race. Because when we step out of our houses, we already degraded. We already have images out there telling the world who we are. And so when we step into a space and they say who we are, we can't even deny it. Your child can't even deny it. They have to just sit there and take it. And I remember being a non-traditional student in college, an old lady in school, sitting there, and there were other black young people in the same school. And I remember them teaching the lessons from the books about black people and who we are and how we on welfare and how we live in the ghetto and all this kind of stuff. And the kids in the classroom couldn't even speak up. They couldn't even speak on it. They just had to sit there and take it. And the professor is just telling them messages over and over again. It's in every book, sociology, psychology, like you name it. It's got some reference in there where black people are nothing, where you getting shot at and in the ghetto and on drugs and all this whole crazy stuff. And what's our defense? Where's my defense? If I'm a child, if I'm young, and you know, I got a different mind frame because originally my mother and father were married when they had us, and we had our own land because our granddaddy left it for us, and we had a pretty good life. So I came with two backgrounds. I came with the background where I could go to Macy's, and my mom would just walk in the store, and they would be like, "Well, hey, Miss, you know, whatever. Welcome in. Would you like a drink while you shop? I'm 15 having a drink while I shop." Okay. Other black people didn't have that experience, but then my mom and dad got divorced. And we moved to the hood. And I got a whole different experience, baby. But I had a foundation already. I knew who I was because my parents were married originally, and we had a good life, and we had new cars, and my mom had a fur coat. So I came from two different backgrounds, but these kids today, a lot of them don't have that because over 70% of black homes is single parent homes. So the majority of our children aren't getting the right messages, period. So that's something we have to take control of, right? We can't wait for other people to solve our problems. And that takes me to the next thing I wanted to talk about. As we begin to create these models and these expectations within our family, see, that's the thing we got to think about. You're supposed to create an expectation within your family. It don't matter who's singing a song. Your child won't even listen to the song because they like, that go against my family expectations. That's crazy. But have you even created or built any expectations in your home that your child can follow? See all those books back there? That's what those books are about. I don't, you know, it's good to have affirmations where you wake up in the morning, you say, I love my brown skin and I'm proud of my brown skin, and black girls rock, and that's good. I ain't mad at y'all. Affirm, reaffirm, do what you need to do. But some structural teaching, you'll find it in my books. Yes, you will. You'll find some structural teaching. But all of this, I'm saying all of this to say this. The more empowered we become, the more knowledgeable we become about how we need to lead our homes, the more our children can step out into society and they can deal more adequately with the messages that they hear. It's one thing for me to hear something degrading about myself and I'm from the hood and that's all I know. It's another thing for me to step into a classroom and hear you say something degrading about me and I already know better. Like I know who I am. You understand what I'm saying? That's a whole different situation. And that's where I want our children to be. I want our children to, whatever space they're in, whatever message they're told, they got something in them, an expectation within them, a knowledge of themselves where they go, you know what? I know who I am. I hear this teacher up here talking. I hear this professor talking. I hear this lady in this area, in this space. I hear this woman at work talking, this man talking. But guess what? I know who I am. My mother, my father, my parents have described who I am to me. We've had this conversation already. And we'll grow to a place. Now, I thought this was important, and I'll segue right into this. This is what I mean by you'll grow to a place where people respect you and you're respected and people know who you are as Black people. And you'll be surprised the number of people out there. I'm telling you, you'll be surprised the number of people out there who are on a new road of being Black. It's a group of people out here. Trust me, the 10-day family, African United, African Freedom United. There are groups of people who are speaking against the single parent household, and they're educating Black families on how to get married and stay married. There are groups of people who are speaking against the rap language, the lyrics that is nullifying and desensitizing our ears. There are groups of people, there are individuals who are out here treading this road that so many want to avoid, and some of it by ignorance and some of it just by lack of paying attention. But there are people out here doing this work, the same work I'm doing, the same message that I'm giving you guys, so that we can create our own pathways. Because it's power in that. And we've seen that lately with Dave Chappelle, because Dave Chappelle had somebody released his shows on Netflix. CBS released his shows to be played on Netflix. I don't know what else, Hulu, Amazon Prime, I don't know. But Dave Chappelle said, nope, don't watch. Don't even watch it because they're not even paying me. And I know we remember Monique saying something about that a long time ago, but this time Dave Chappelle said, these folks ain't paying me, so don't even watch. That's power. That's somebody running their own life. That's a black man who can call his own shots. And this is one of the funniest shows I ever seen of his. So I just wanted to show this. Oh, when he played Rick James. That was the funniest show. Charlie Murphy was on that end. That was the funniest show. I'm a Dave Chappelle fan. Like I just noticed he connected with Toby, I forgot his name, but he sang that song "Try Jesus, but don't try me because I fight." Anyway, I just noticed that they did a project together, and so yeah, like you've got to move to a position to where you help move the race forward. We shift our culture. You know, when black people talk about culture and tradition, they want to be, oh, black people describe black people as thugs and all kinds of stuff. We have to do our part too, guys, in breaking this whole mold down. So Dave Chappelle is like calling his own shots. I thought that was just kosher. I don't even know if that's the right word to use. But he was like, take my show off Netflix. And Netflix took it down. They took it down. Why? Why did they take it down? Why are they listening to this black man? You know why? Because Dave Chappelle noticed a long time ago that these people will use you as a puppet, that these people will take advantage of you. Yeah, we look at it like they helping us and they giving us opportunities and they provided us with income for our families. I get that. I mean, I was on a job, and even though I'm involved with a lawsuit with the company right now, been going on for 5 years. A lot of the ladies on the job was like, I can't sue. I got kids. I got to worry about how I'm gonna feed my kids. I got to worry about how I'm gonna take care of my family. I can't be in no discrimination lawsuit. I got to worry about how I'm gonna feed my baby or how I'm gonna pay for daycare. It's too much of a risk. It's too much of a risk for me. I can't even do it. So I understand that. I also understand this. You're gonna have to risk something. Something gonna have to fall. Some kind of way you're gonna have to disconnect yourself with what they demand from you. If you ever want your family, if you ever want our race to be successful and to be able to come to the table and say, I don't need your money that way. I want your money because I earned it, because I deserve it. I want your money because I have a business. I want the money because I did graduate from college. I want the money because I do have the skill set for the job. I want the money because I invested in myself to get to this point where I can call the shots for my life. So as we're going into 2020, I really want us to just think about how we've been doing it and how we can change that. That's what I want us to think about because it's that critical. From religion and all of it, it's critical that we pivot. Everybody been talking about, well, COVID made you pivot. If you had a business, COVID made you pivot. It made you switch gears. You had to find a new way of and reinvent yourself. Exactly. And that's what black people have to do. We've got to find a way to reinvent ourselves, absent of the things that are degrading, defiling, just plain old horrible things that we have allowed to elevate in our minds and in our communities. that serve us no purpose. And I'm big on helping people understand when things don't serve you any purpose, you got to let it go. You can find all my books and all that stuff, my YouTube channel where you can watch all my videos I've ever done. They're on YouTube. You go to the link tree and look up YouTube videos and you can find it there. Anytime you want to support me, KV product on the Cash App will get straight to me. While I got you guys here, thanks for watching this show. I appreciate it. While I got you guys here, I'm doing a Friday, Black Friday giveaway, 5 books in 5 days. Whenever you see this posted on social media, all you have to do is like, comment, or share any one of those things. I'm giving away a book each day. Your choice. You can see the books on my wall right behind me. I'm the author of all of these books, the Legacy Workbook. I want every Black family to have that book. Hurt people, help people, things I wish I knew, and So You Think You Want to Have Sex. These are all books that are available in my catalog called the Conscious Book Collection. So grab those. You can also Cash App me, and I will send the books out to you. Most of the books are $20. Shipping and handling will be like $5, so it's $25 for each book. Right now, during Black Friday, they're all $10, but I'm giving away 5 books as well. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool stuff. But anyway, let's see. That's the Legacy Workbook. Which one is this? Things So You Think You Want to Have Sex? Things I Wish I Knew. What's that? Hurt people, help people. Why my pictures look like that? The Legacy Workbook again. You want to create a strong family bond and build a solid foundation. This book is for you and your family. All right, guys. Thanks so much for joining me. I'll see you guys the next time on the Conscious Hour with Kathleen. I hope you enjoyed the show. Make sure if you're on my YouTube channel, you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Tag and tell a friend. I'll see you guys the next time. Have a good night. Happy Thanksgiving.